Once upon a time, there was a very poor farmer who had to live with a rich man. The rich man is very stingy. As for the servant, he had many tricks to get the money without paying extra. In the house he has an unmarried daughter. Seeing that the servant had grown up without a wife, he pretended to be. "Just keep working, kid. He will give his daughter to him." Due to his honest nature, when he listened to his master's secret words, he suddenly raised the hope of becoming a rich son-in-law. Since then, he has worked tirelessly. Before dawn, he was already waiting in the fields. Until late at night, there is still the bare strength of grinding rice, pounding rice, pulling shafts, braiding ropes. How many jobs assigned by the owner, no matter how hard and difficult, he did not refuse. When he saw that his scheme was effective, he was very pleased. There's no way his daughter would marry someone like that servant. The rich man accepted to marry the son of a rich man in the neighboring village while bringing betel nut to the alley. But in order to hide his servant, he forced everyone to keep it a secret. As for the servant, he still had no doubts, still working hard and putting his hope in the master. Suddenly, the girl's wedding day has come. That day in the rich man's house, people set up tables and chairs, slaughtered pigs and slaughtered chickens. In order to prevent the servant from being messy and to miss his daughter's fun, the rich man called him and said, "You have done a good job. I am very satisfied. Today we have prepared the table. But you also have to have a wedding present to marry the bride. I don't ask for money, fields, or gardens. Every time you go to the forest, choose a bamboo tree with 100 burnings and bring it here. I will have a wedding ceremony. If not, I will give my daughter to someone else." The guy stood dumbfounded for a while, but then people saw him holding an axe and ducking into the forest. Going to the forest, he tried to find tall bamboo bushes and then wriggled in and cut them. But every falling bamboo is a disappointment. Bamboo looks so tall, but it's only 40 nodes at most. However, he still did not give up. He slipped into dangerous places with old bamboo bushes, and even though the bamboo thorns scratched his shirt and ripped his skin, he still didn't care, just wanted 100 burnt bamboo to bring back as an offering to father-in-law. He raised his axe repeatedly, but all the trees fell down, counting again and again only a few more than the previous ones. So sad, he threw the axe on the ground, sat down and sobbed. His cry resounded through the mountains. Hearing the cry, a ferryman appeared in front of him, asking, "Who are you? Why are you sitting here crying?" The farmer wiped his tears and told the fairy the story. Hearing the passage, he said, "Don't cry anymore. Go and chop 100 bamboo sticks and bring them back to me." The farmer immediately did as the fairy said. But when he brought back 100 pieces of bamboo, he cried again. "Why are you crying?" He answered the old man. The rich man told his son to cut a bamboo tree with 100 knots, not 100 knots of bamboo. The fairy comforted him. then arranged for him to arrange 100 bamboo sticks in a row and shouted a few times, "Engrave input. Engrave." He did as he was told. Miraculously, when the shouts came out, he saw all the bamboo sticks stick together as if from a tree. Overjoyed, he quickly ran to bring the bamboo back, but even with all his strength, he could not support his shoulder and turn back. Struggling for a long time, he finally let go of the bamboo and sat down on the ground crying. The Buddha asked again, "Why are you crying again?" "The bamboo is too long," he replied. "I couldn't bring it back." First, he told him to shout a few words. "Carving out. Carving out." As soon as he finished chanting, it was just as magical as the last time. The bamboo sticks naturally fell off immediately. He was so happy, thanked the fairy, then folded the bamboo into 2 bundles and carried it out of the forest door. He returned home, while the 2 of them were having a great dinner. The bride and groom were about to enter the wedding ceremony. He quietly placed the bamboo pole in the middle of the yard and then called the rich man to receive the wedding gift. Seeing the bamboo burnings, the rich man quickly shouted, "I told you to cut 100 bamboo sticks, not 100 bamboo sticks. Obviously silly." Without saying anything, the farmer always shouted, "Engrave in. Engrave." The bamboo shoots run out of the bundle one after another and stick together into a towering tree. The rich man ran over to shake the bamboo to let it loose, but the "engraved" sounds from his mouth allowed the rich man to suddenly stick to the bamboo as an additional joint. The rich man shouted loudly. The screams caused the 2 of them to panic into the yard. The bridegroom was the first to run over to undress his father-in-law. But the 2 engraved sounds of the farmer made him stick to the tree and put him on his head. In turn, the groom who came to remove the child was also stuck. Next, the family of the boy and the girl's family broke into the bamboo once to get stuck on the bamboo. While everyone was afraid of green eyes, the servant still calmly stood in the corner of the yard waiting for the rich man to answer. In the end, the rich man had to beg to be released and promised to marry his daughter, not daring to break his word. At that time, the guy shouted a few words, "Carve out. Carved out." Immediately the rich man and everyone left the bamboo tree. After that, the groom and the groom's family took the package and left, and the farmer got his wife from there.